Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is taken at the 23. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And within trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. And he'll find Hall. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And some room to maneuver. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort. But instead, he sets his guys up in excellent shape with a 1st and goal.
Here's a quick throw right side. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 3 on what should be the final play of the first half. Being chased out, and that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. A great effort there as time expires in the first half. And the Patriots have taken the lead. The extra point up and good. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we are at halftime here on Halloween as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he will have a Patriots first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down. On first down, Taylor takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary. And I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 45 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Got a man complete. It's Taylor. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Patriots add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Jack Fox set to kick off.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency.
They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Back to it after the pick 6. Mayfield escaping the pressure right. And Chark hauls it in. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and 8.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. Mayfield now from the 50. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. He'll boot it away from about his 35. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
They run once more with Taylor. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. This is the tight end Fant. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 20. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101.
And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Another try after the 1st down sack. Mayfield. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
No problem there on the extra point. And the lead is now 24. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Flushed out right. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Mayfield off the play fake. And that will be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with a football. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They give to Taylor out of the gun.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. He'll drop to throw. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And the Patriots are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
On play action, they'll throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Will Fuller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Extra point safely through, and that will extend this big lead.
Jack Fox set to kick off.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The Cowboys on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Dancing to his left. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 39. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Mike 33. I'm trying to come 18 Cardinal. You got tight right there. Watch safety creep. Safety's creeping.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point up and through, and the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he's got some space here. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. A quick throw out wide to Fuller. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass.
Being in the zone.
So for the Patriots, they moved to 7-1 on the year with the victory. And they'll get another road date next week when they take on Washington. Meanwhile, for Dallas, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings.